Sports. And KC 105 present high school basketball. On your station for the best sports coverage, WWKC, Caldwell, Cambridge. And now, let's go courtside for tonight's game.
Good afternoon, everybody, from Philo High School, the power plant here on 104.9. It is basketball. The Philo Electrics taking on the Shenandoah Zeps in a non-conference contest. Howard Twiggs and Todd Worley, glad to be a part of your afternoon. And Bryce Haynes on the master control, making us sound better than we probably are, Todd, so welcome aboard.
Great to be here. Excited for this one tonight. I think interested to see how Philo gets off to start here. So the Electrics are 3-8 on the season, have lost 5 straight, all by lopsided margin. So I think in sports in general and basketball in particular, confidence and momentum are huge. And so you have to think from the outside looking in, Philo may be lacking in both of those areas. So I think the first 4 minutes in this afternoon's game, so big for Philo to get off to a good start, build some confidence, build some momentum, and say, you guys, we can get back on track. We can get the season back on track with a big win today.
Well, that Philo Electric 5-game losing skid includes last night's loss to John Glenn, 83-57. So you've got some work to do if you're the Electrics, Todd.
Definitely, and then for with Shenandoah, I know seems like the back half of their season there are a lot more home games in the back half of the season. So if I'm Shenandoah, I'm coming in here understanding what Philo's mindset is. I want to put those guys away early. Don't give them any reason to believe that they can get up off of the mat. So Shenandoah, so the first 4 minutes on both sides I think are really big. Shenandoah wants to start fast to bury Philo. Philo wants to start fast to start to build some confidence and momentum to maybe get the season turned around.
When we look at the numbers, the Philo Electrics under Coach Jason Trout, they are 3-8 on the season, 2-2 at home. Offensively, 48.5 points per game. Defense is where they're really getting hurt, Todd. They surrender 65 points a game defensively, and that's just not going to get you any wins.
It's not, and so much of that comes down to, yes, staying in front of the guy that you're guarding, but also creating turnovers, getting rebounds on the defensive glass, and not forcing them to go without a shot by creating a turnover, but then also when you do force a miss, to come down with a rebound and bring the ball down to the other end rather than giving a second chance.
The Shenandoah Zeps under Coach Chad Miley, 4-5 on the season. They have only played 2 home games, but they are 4-4 away from home, so good things happening for Shenandoah on the road. Offensively, they're at 50 points a game, and they surrender 57. So similar numbers take the home court advantage for Philo, and this could be a very competitive game.
It could be, and I think so much comes down to the mentality. I know for Philo, Talon Preston's out. He's one of their key guys, and so again, on a big losing streak where you're not. It's not like you're losing games by 1 possession. These weren't 1 possession games. They were all offside losses. Where is the confidence level at that we can turn this around and do it without Talon Preston? So I think that's going to be key, just to see what the mindset is, and so much of that can be a reflection of the culture of the team culture and the coaching staff. And so I'm really looking forward to see how Philo responds today, and that can be a reflection of how well they were prepared by the coaches coming into this one.
Well, Talon Preston, if you're just joining us, has been injured. His foot has been in a boot for 2 or 3 weeks. He is their leading scorer. I mean, they've got some other guys who have stepped up, but when you lose a guy like Talon Preston, Todd, you remember him from football. He's just an outstanding athlete.
He is a great and a competitor. He's tough, he's athletic, he's competitive, and the type of guy that he's going to squeeze as much as possible out of his ability, but then he's also going to bring other guys along with him. So who steps up in a leadership role, who steps up and makes the big plays when you need them to. And so for Philo, you're thinking, let's get a close game. Let's have a game where 32 minutes long and we're in this thing to the last minute, and let's squeeze this one out. So that has to be the mindset coming into this afternoon.
We want to remind you that scoreboard updates are brought to you by the Bradley Lending Team with First Ohio Home Finance. We do have a player of the game from each team. So Plus One Pizza will sponsor the Shenandoah player of the game, and Lock 9 Pizza here in Philo will be the award for one of the Philo Electric players. Our sponsors today include Wakefield Dental, Surgeon Construction, State Farm Allen Hunter, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Stoney's RV Sales and Service, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, West 40 Auto Sales, WB Green Insurance, Doane Ford, People's Bank, State Farm under Sue Snowd. So that's our great sponsor. So Todd, when we talk about getting off to the great start that you had mentioned, how difficult is it when you really don't know the other team? It's a non-league game, so you probably have only seen them not on film, maybe scouting once. Maybe you saw them on a night you didn't play. So how difficult is it to prepare for somebody that you haven't seen or know much about?
I think, yes, that's a big challenge on one hand. On the other hand, when you're 3-8 in this position that Philo is, I think the focus has to turn internally to where focus on ourselves, do what we do to the best of our abilities. So that means on offense, let's move the ball, create open looks, knock those looks down. Defensively, force tough looks and get in, finish the possession with a defensive rebound and create turnovers. So I think really, if I'm Philo, the focus has to be on let's just play our best game. Yes, we have a scouting report on these guys, but the focus isn't on what they're doing. It's about what we're going to do in this game and how we're going to handle ourselves. Now,
Shenandoah, again, they come into this contest apparently fully healthy. They have a lot of depth, and in a contest like this, how important might that depth be? Because Philo, losing Preston, that's one less guy that you can count on. So could the depth factor be an issue, and Shenandoah, do they have the advantage?
Of course, and I think in general, Shenandoah's style of play, that they want to get up and down, and so that's why if I'm Shenandoah, I'm thinking, let's bury these guys early. Let's get out to a 10-2 start and just make Philo think, here we go again, versus on the other side for Philo, you're thinking, let's get off to a good start. Let's keep this thing tight all game long, and so and keep Shenandoah from getting up and down. And so what that means is getting some offensive rebounds so Shenandoah can't get out and run when they get rebounds, and that also means and not committing live ball turnovers as well. I think that's going to be big for Shiloh offensively tonight.
Starting for Philo is going to be Cooper Radcliffe, Malachi Strickland, Rusty Trout, Mason Runkle, and Carter Crabtree. For Shenandoah, they will go with Jarrett Wentworth, Braxton Barnett, Karsten Smith, Hunter House, and Colton McElfresh. For the Electrics, Trout is their leading scorer, while Talon Preston is on the injured list. So Trout at 10 points a game leads the Electrics. For Shenandoah, they do have a balanced offense, but Karsten Smith is pretty much their go-to guy, another excellent athlete in Karsten Smith. So we're just a few moments away from the start of the basketball game, where again, it's the Shenandoah Zeps, 4-5 on the season, and they take on the home Philo Electrics, 3-8 on the season. Philo trying to snap a 4-game losing streak. And we will take a break. When we come back, we'll have the start of the basketball game. So do stay with us. You're listening to high school basketball on AVC Communications, KC 104.9. We'll be right back.
Looking for reliable insurance that fits your life? Look no further than Allen Hunter State Farm in Cambridge, Ohio. From auto to home to life insurance, we offer a range of options tailored to your needs. With our friendly, knowledgeable team, you'll get the protection and peace of mind you deserve. We're dedicated to being there for you, just like a good neighbor should. Call Allen Hunter State Farm today and discover how we can help you safeguard your future. Call 740-439-5385. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Today is the day you make changes, the day you have looked forward to. The day you take a step to see the you before addiction. And it all starts right here at the Residence, an in-bed facility that designs your recovery to your needs, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm Crystal Reynolds for Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions. Our approach is personal, and it is as individual as your needs. We are here for you. Call 855-692-7247.
Doan Ford is proud to introduce the ultimate adventure companion, the Bronco 4-door advanced 4x4 Badlands. With a powerful 2.3-liter EcoBoost engine and 7-speed manual transmission, conquer any terrain with confidence. Featuring a soft-top 4-inch lift and massive 35-inch tires. Adventure knows no bounds. Stay connected and in control with an 8-inch digital screen while enjoying added convenience with power-heated mirrors and auto high-beam headlamps. Plus equipped with a Smitty-built winch. Be prepared for any challenge. Don't miss out on this incredible deal. DoanFord.com.
Looking for trusted dental care for the whole family? Dr. Darcy Wakefield and the team at Wakefield Dental have you covered. From pediatric to general and orthodontic care, they offer a full range of services. At Wakefield Dental, they focus on individualized treatment plans that not only create beautiful smiles, but build lasting confidence. Schedule your consultation today. Call 740-435-3100 or go to drwakefieldDDS.com.
Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is a proud supporter of high school football. Contact one of the 42 agencies writing for Patrons Buckeye for a quote from your local insurance company covering Ohio. Whether you need coverage for your home, mobile home, cabin, seasonal home, a garage, or even farm equipment, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is located in Caldwell, Ohio, and can help. Visit our website, patronsbuckeye.com.
At People's Bank, we're more than just a bank. As a community bank, we are committed to where we work and live, giving back to the organizations you care about through sponsorships, donations, and volunteer hours. When you bank with People's, you're not just a client, you're part of a community of neighbors helping neighbors. People's Bank, working together, building success. Member FDIC. Visit us at pebo.com.
East Central Ohio's favorite, Kickin Country, KC 105. WWKC, Caldwell, Cambridge. Kickin Country, KC 105.
And we are back as both lineups are being introduced. For Philo, it will be Cooper Radcliffe. Radcliffe, the 5'11 senior at 8 points per game. Malachi Strickland, 6'2 senior at 3 points per game. Rusty Trout, 5'11 sophomore, 10 points per game. Mason Runkle, 6'3 senior, 5 points per game. And Carter Crabtree, a 6'2 sophomore, at 4 points per game. Interesting that Cam Stoner, one of the interior players for the Electrics, not in the starting lineup, but I think, Todd, we'll see him, especially if Karsten Smith and the inside guys for Shenandoah can get it going early. So we'll have to keep a note on that. For the Shenandoah Zeps, Jarrett Wentworth, 5'9 senior, Braxton Barnett, 6'3 junior, Karsten Smith, the 6-foot senior, Hunter House, 5'9 junior, and Colton McElfresh, 6'2 senior. Shenandoah will be in the road green with white numerals and trim. Philo will be in the home white with the gold trim and blue numbers. Electrics across the front. Malachi Strickland will jump for Philo. Going up for the Zeps is Braxton Barnett. Tip controlled by Shenandoah and Karsten Smith. Philo in the man-to-man to the corner and back out on top for Jarrett Wentworth. Kicks over to Braxton Barnett, and then a 3-ball on the way is perfect on the triple for Hunter House. 3-0 in favor of Shenandoah. Rusty Trout against the Shenandoah man-to-man, and Philo has it tapped away. Rusty Trout was on the ball and then knocked away by Hunter House. So Philo will maintain possession, down 3-0, just started. 7:31 to go here in the first quarter. That is Crabtree with the ball. Back to Trout, to Crabtree. He is in the corner. Nice bounce pass inside. And the layup for Mason Runkle.
Really good look, and I love the way Runkle posted up there, sealed him off for an easy layup.
Philo on the press. Good press offense for Shenandoah. They come back the other way, and Wentworth scores. Here comes Philo back the other way. Rusty Trout thinks about the three, holds over to Crabtree. Another pass inside to Runkle, over the basket. Offensive rebound by Strickland. He's hammered. He'll go to the line as that foul's going to go on Braxton Barnett.
So early in the game, Shenandoah doesn't have a ton of size. You can tell that Philo's making a concerted effort to work the ball inside, try to take advantage of that, slow the game down, and get off to a fast start that way. So off to a good start so far for Philo in that regard.
Malachi Strickland working the back end of the rim for the offensive rebound, draws the contact, makes the first of his 2 free throws, and it is 5-3 in favor of Shenandoah. And one more coming for Malachi Strickland. Second one on the way. Front iron, rebounded off to Shenandoah and Jarrett Wentworth. Philo will press. Shenandoah gets the press offense to the middle of the floor, and then a hold away from the action. So a hand check goes against Philo. That's Rusty Trout's first, team's first here in the first. Shenandoah will inbound to Karsten Smith. He steps on the sideline. Turnover back to Philo.
Nice break for Philo there. I think defensively, when you press, you can create turnovers, but you also speed up the offense. You can give up some easy looks. So it'll be interesting to see how long Philo stays in that press if it's not working.
Cooper Radcliffe being checked by Jarrett Wentworth. Radcliffe drives right to the middle of the lane, loses the basketball. Picked up by Shenandoah. They have a run out. Can't convert, and they will reset the offense. But then on a driving layup, shot is missed. Rebounded by Radcliffe. Here comes Philo on the run. Rusty Trout in the left corner throws across to Malachi Strickland. He will bounce pass to Runkle. He'll put it up off glass and score.
Love the patience there in the post by Runkle. Was at a bit of an awkward angle. Took his time and banked it up and in. Give Philo the tie the game up.
6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Shenandoah trying to drive to the basket. They're going to call travel, and the ball back to the Philo Electrics.
So we're 2 minutes into this thing, and really good start by Philo. Sound offense, getting good looks, and playing well on defense as well.
Radcliffe holds, goes inside to Runkle, misses the shot, gets his own rebound. Ball knocked out of bounds. It stays with Philo. Well, I'll tell you what, if Shenandoah doesn't do a better job on Mason Runkle, it's going to be a long afternoon because he's had the ball in the low block every time easily.
It will, and he looks comfortable and confident too. So I would imagine at some point Shenandoah is going to adjust, whether they move to a zone or do something or double team him when he gets the ball down there.
Rusty Trout brings the dribble out, kicks over to Cooper Radcliffe. Radcliffe with the left-handed dribble, picks it up, goes over to Crabtree, gets the high ball screen for Runkle. Runkle rolls, not there. And now Philo will reset to the high post and Strickland. Crabtree will take the long three and bury it. 8-5 in favor of Philo. 5:15 to go here in the first quarter. Inbounds pass goes to Karsten Smith. Smith double teamed at the timeline, and a blocking foul is going to go against Runkle.
Philo was trying to set up a half-court trap there and almost got it. Looked like a call, kind of bang-bang. Could have been to call the charge, but they called a block on Runkle there.
Second team foul on Philo here in the first quarter. Shenandoah with the basketball at the 5-minute mark. That's Jarrett Wentworth. Rusty Trout on him. And another hand check on the floor. And if it's going to be that kind of officiated game, we're going to have a lot of guys with trouble because that is already the second foul on Rusty Trout. He's going to have to take a seat. So a little cheapy there, and the guys are going to have to adjust if it's going to be called that tight. Inbounds pass for Shenandoah, and then a shot, back iron by Colton McElfresh. Rebounded to Slade Sprankle to Cooper Radcliffe. He drives inside, and he will be fouled by Jarrett Wentworth. Let's see if that's on the floor.
So could not have scripted up a better start for Philo in this game. We're 3 minutes into this thing. We talked about confidence and momentum were big. Philo had to start fast. They've been working the ball inside, both into the post and driving it to the bucket, and then getting stops offensively, coming down with the rebound, not giving Shenandoah a second chance.
Cooper Radcliffe on the free throw is good. So he is on the board. It is 9-5 in favor of the Electrics. Corbin Varhola checks in for Shenandoah. He replaces Braxton Barnett. One more free throw coming for Radcliffe. Got it. Philo will set up the press. That's Wentworth. Ball up the floor. And that's Barnett back on top to Hunter House. Inside they go on an up and under. Shot is missed by McElfresh. Rebounded to Radcliffe to Slade Sprankle. Sprankle is hammered on his way to the basket.
Team basketball by Philo. Defensively there, love the way they rotated, stayed in front of their man. Mason Runkle's having a heck of a game so far. Defensively on the boards and then offensively as well. And then Philo's attacking the basket, saying and trying to exploit the size advantage that Philo has over Shenandoah.
Slade Sprankle with a couple of free throws coming for the Electrics. Buries the first one, so he is on the board. And one more coming for Sprankle. 4:37 to go, first quarter, 11-5 in favor of Philo. Second one's also perfect.
If you're Shenandoah, this is exactly what you didn't want. You're coming in against a struggling team, and you've given them life early in this one.
As with the basketball, Colton McElfresh, he tries to muscle his way inside. Not there, rebounded to Philo, and here comes Slade Sprankle. Sprankle all the way to the glass, scores the layup. And we're going to get a timeout for Shenandoah as Coach Miley hasn't indicated what he wants by way of the timeout. He's going to go full. We'll take a quick break here at the 4:19 mark of the first quarter. It's 14-5 Philo.
Stoney's RV Center is the place that makes buying a new RV easy. Ask about their on-site financing with very affordable payments, and they make on-site camper service calls to the area campgrounds. Stoney's RV also carries cargo trailers, car haulers, horse and stock trailers, and open utility trailers. They install hitch systems and fill propane tanks too. Stoney's RV Center, the place that takes camping to the next level, and a proud sponsor of our area high school sports teams.
We welcome you back to the power plant where Philo, having its own way, they're up big here in the first quarter, 14-5 at the 4:19 mark, following the Shenandoah full timeout. So Shenandoah with some work to do, and the Electrics looking good to this point. So we are at the critical point of the first quarter, Todd, for the Shenandoah Zeps. As you mentioned, you don't want to fall behind too much on the road to a team that's hungry for a win.
Exactly. We talked about how big the first 4 minutes were. We're 4:19 left in the first quarter, just about 4 minutes in, and Philo has started really fast, playing a great game defensively and offensively.
1-2-2 press for the Electrics. Shot is missed by the Zeps. Tracked down to Cooper Radcliffe. Radcliffe back on top to Crabtree. He buries the three.
That's so big when Philo is having success driving it to the bucket, working the ball into the post, and having a guy like Carter Crabtree who's starting off hot from outside in this game.
Karsten Smith was doubled, and Shenandoah with another turnover. So ball back to the Electrics. 3:45 to go, quarter number one. It is 17-5 in favor of Philo. That is Slade Sprankle with the basketball. And then a kick on top. Crabtree with another three. Misses it. Rebound off to Karsten Smith. Here comes Smith on a drive. Goes to the corner. Wentworth will shoot the three. Back iron. Rebounded to Sprankle. Here come the Electrics. Crossover dribble over two. Substitution is Logan Lyon into the game. And then back to Radcliffe. has the ball knocked out of bounds.
I love the team rebounding by Philo. You've got 5 guys attacking the glass and all boxing out, and they're eliminating any second chance points for Shenandoah. And I think Shenandoah made an adjustment. They put Corbin Varhala in, so he's going to be guarding Mason Runkle in the post. He's got a little more size. We'll see if that pays dividends for the Zeps.
Cam Stoner enters the lineup, and Malachi Strickland re-enters for the Electrics. That's line in the corner, back to Strickland, to Crabtree. Shenandoah in the man-to-man. Drive inside by line, then a kick over to Strickland. He will go back the other way. Crabtree, 3-ball on the way. In and out, rebounded by Strickland to Sprankle. Picks up the dribble. Needs some help, got it from Strickland. 2:45 to go in the first quarter, 17-5. Strickland with the dribble. Calls things out. Goes over to a Lyon. Ball loose and then picked up. Strickland in the corner. He'll shoot the shot and bury it for a 3.
You know, when you see your teammates scoring, you see guys hitting from outside, that's contagious. Confidence, everyone on the Philo roster right now has some confidence.
It is lights out for the Electric in this first quarter. That's Karsten Smith. On top to Hunter House. House holds. And now the left-handed dribble to the corner. Smith will shoot the 3 off the back iron. Rebounded by Wentworth. He is knocked out of bounds. And the official says that the ball belongs to the Electrics. Tough call for Shenandoah.
Yeah, looked like he got bumped out of the bounds there as he was getting the rebound, but have to play through that though.
Strickland looks on the inbounds to Sprankle. Wentworth guards him for Shenandoah. Crosses the timeline right to left. And Wentworth all over him near the timeline. Crosses over. Looks back door to Lyon. Lyon can't get the shot. Rebounded though inside by Stoner. I think they're going to catch him with body contact, and he will draw the foul.
Varhala took the charge there. Right now, this is a crucial point of the game for Shenandoah. Don't want Philo to create too much distance here. So Shenandoah needs to make a run here to respond and get back into this thing.
Well, Philo in the man-to-man. A steal, nearly a steal by Stoner as Shenandoah tries to throw cross court on the press offense.
So whether it's Carson Smith or someone for Shenandoah needs to step up now, hit 2 or 3 buckets in a row, and then all 5 of them have to get some stops defensively.
Smith gets the high ball screen, throws cross court over to Braxton Barnett to Wentworth, and then inside double teamed and then kicked. So Corbin Varhala throws it off one of the Philo Electric. So Shenandoah will maintain possession. It's Landon Moore into the contest, and he will be the inbounder. Stolen away and then stolen back by Philo. Shenandoah jump ball. Possession arrow goes to, they're going to call a foul. That's going to be a foul on Malachi Strickland, so another interesting call there. And Varhala going to get a couple of free throws.
So you talk about team culture, and we talked about it coming into in the pregame segment, where the first 4 or 5 minutes of this game are going to be reflective of what Philo's team culture is, and the way these guys have come out playing their tails off, playing together, swarming defensively, attacking the defensive glass. That says so much about the coaching staff and the leadership on the squad.
Varhala 1 of 2 from the line. Stoner tries to go inside off glass, and the ball rolls in. So Cam Stoner getting into the action.
Really good move by Stoner there. The ball fake and then takes it to the bucket and finishes.
22-6 in favor of Philo. Then another hand check out on the floor. Is that going to be on Strickland? Yep, that's going to be on Strickland. That will be his second. And that's going to put the Shenandoah Zeps on the line for a bonus situation. That's Karsten Smith with 2 free throws coming. First one on the way is good. And one more. Malachi Strickland will take a seat, and Griffin Harper, the freshman, will enter the lineup. Second one by Smith, in and out. Rebounded by Logan Lyon. over to Slade Sprankle. Clock moving at 50 seconds of the first quarter. 22-7 in favor of Philo here in late stages of the first quarter. Stolen by Wentworth, and he will fly ahead on the run out, and then the layup is good by Braxton Barnett. Back comes the Electric the other way, and they have it with 25 seconds to go here in the first. Slade Sprankle will go to the high post for Logan Lyon. He goes in with a left-handed dribble, loses it, picked it up by Shenandoah, and the Zeps have a chance to make a little bit of noise here at the end of the first quarter. That's Karsten Smith, gets his play set with 7 seconds to go. He will drive, spin, and then the ball is loose, a double dribble not called, and then finally the travel is called after one quarter. 22-9, Philo over Shenandoah.
Everyone's looking for an encouraging sign in today's economy. The fact is, you'll find one right here in Caldwell at State Farm Sue Snowd's office. Because State Farm agents like Sue have been here helping people protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and they consider that a very good sign. See State Farm agent Sue Snowd at 400 East Street, Caldwell. Sue Snowd State Farm is a proud supporter of high school sports.
Surgeon Construction is leading the way in commercial and industrial construction. This is Jason Emsch, and we are committed to providing exceptional construction experience from pre-construction through project completion. Our success is measured by exceeding our clients' expectations. See our past and previous projects at Cambridge YMCA and New Educational Center at Jurassic Park and FMJ Shooting Range, just to name a few. Find us online at surgeon.construction and like us on Facebook.
Surgeon Construction, we'll take it from here.
Second quarter will begin with the Philo Electrics up 22-9. Kind of shell-shocked Shenandoah, Todd.
They did. I think in that last minute, Shenandoah felt like they started to have some more energy and activity defensively, pushing the ball, creating some easy looks on the offensive end. So we'll see if they can continue that trend. But overall, just about a perfect first quarter for Philo.
They were led by Carter Crabtree, the Electrics, who buried 2 triples. To the high post for Runkle, who's re-entered the lineup. And now back on top to Crabtree, left-handed dribble. Will kick over to Cooper Radcliffe. Radcliffe tries to spin inside, loses the basketball, tie up, and what are we going to get? Are we going to get a timeout or a jump ball? We're going to get a jump ball possession arrow to Shenandoah.
So whether it was from the coaching staff or just an internal thing, I think the message has been sent to Shenandoah, guys, we need to pick it up, or we're going to let this thing get away from us. So these guys are playing much harder now than they were earlier in the game.
Wentworth on the floor, and he will push inside, and a basket made by A.J. Carpenter. So A.J. Carpenter answers for the Zeps. Back comes Philo, and they turn it over. Ball back to Shenandoah, so 22-11. The lead is now down to 11. At one point it was, I believe, 15-point margin. That's Wentworth being guarded by Cooper Radcliffe. Double team coming. They get it to the middle of the floor. That's Karsten Smith. 3-ball in and out. Rebounded off to Griffin Harper. Harper will lead the attack up the floor and go to the corner. And now inside to Mason Runkle. He will try to muscle his way in, and he does.
You can tell the game plan was to work the ball inside, and it's working for Philo so far. So far, Shenandoah doesn't have any answers for that.
To the corner, Wentworth shoots the 3, it's good. That's Jarrett Wentworth. Answers with a triple. 24-14. Shenandoah hanging around. Radcliffe over to Crabtree, inside to Runkle. Fights his way to the basket and travels. That time Shenandoah did a much better job of interior post defense on Runkle.
They did. He did not have a two-way go that time, and he shuffled his feet as a result. Really good defense there, you're right.
Wentworth to the middle of the floor, and then the press offense for Shenandoah. It's Wentworth on top, 3-ball coming. It's going to be short on the shot by McElfresh. Rebounded off to the Electrics. Here comes Cooper Radcliffe all the way to the basket. Score it.
A nice take, really explosive there. Takes it all to the bucket for the easy layup. And now here's a steal.
Stolen by the Electrics. Then inside, Radcliffe loses it. It's loose on the floor. Finally picked up by Shenandoah. Stolen back by Griffin Harper. He'll shoot from 15 off the iron. And rebounded to Karsten Smith. He is bumped by Cooper Radcliffe.
Neither one of these teams is lacking in effort right now. Both teams are flying around, and Shenandoah is trying to climb back into this thing, but Philo is off to a really good start and still getting good looks offensively just about every time down, minimizing the turnovers and knocking the easy looks down.
Hunter House re-enters the lineup for Jarrett Wentworth. That's A.J. Carpenter on the press offense. Philo on the double team. Shenandoah gets it across the timeline. They go to the top of the key to Carpenter. He 3 dribbles, gives it up. And then looking inside, nothing there, so they will bring it back out with the Zeps. Karsten Smith, 2 dribbles, 3 dribbles inside. Shot off the rim, rebounded by Runkle. Ahead to Griffin Harper. Harper all the way to the basket. Puts it on top to Radcliffe. He will fire over to Logan Lyon. That's going to be short. Picked up by Carpenter. And here comes Shenandoah back the other way on a run out. And a foul called on Mason Runkle. That's going to be his second. Basket's going to be good by Colton McElfresh. And he will go to the line trying to complete the 3-point play.
What a pass by Carson Smith over half court, threw a bullet to his big man streaking down the middle for the and one.
So 1 free throw coming for Colton McElfresh. Runkle's going to take a seat with the 2 fouls, be replaced by Cam Stoner. First free throw, or the only free throw rather, is good. 26-17 in favor of Philo. They have the basketball. That's Slade Sprankle. Sprankle holds, goes to Crabtree and inside to Stoner. Stoner up off glass, scores the basket. They have just had their own way inside of the Electrics.
They have really good touch there by Stoner. Interesting, so Carson Smith is out now. Can Philo capitalize on that, make a little run here?
Well, Slade Sprankle is fouled on the floor after he makes the steal. And it's going to be on A.J. Carpenter. So that will be Carpenter's first at the 4:25 mark of the second quarter. Philo up 28-17. Out on top it goes to Griffin Harper for the Electrics. Harper holds, goes to Crabtree. He'll shoot the long ball off the iron. Not there. Rebounded by Harper. Harper, left-handed dribble. Loses it, then last touched by the Electrics. Turnover goes to Shenandoah.
If I'm Philo, I'm working into, when Stoner's in, I'm working into him every time. And when Mason Runkle's in, I'm working it inside to him just about every possession. Run the offense through those 2 big guys.
Jarrett Wentworth has returned to the lineup, and then a travel called on the Zeps, so ball back to the Electrics. Malachi Strickland is going to re-enter the lineup, and he will come in for Griffin Harper.
Like the move by Shenandoah, they got Carson Smith right back in the game. He was out for maybe less than a minute there. They can't afford to let Philo run away with this thing, so you need your best guy in there, and that's what they're doing.
Slade Sprankle has the basketball. Baxter Barnett guards him. High screen for Stoner. They go inside to Strickland. Over to Lyon. Lyon on the right wing. Another entry pass to Stoner. Nearly thrown away, but saved by Sprankle. Boy, big break for Philo there. Sprankle holds and tries to dribble to the right side. He will kick, and the ball will be kicked, so it will stay with the Philo Electrics. At the 3:37 mark of the second quarter, 28-17, Philo leads. They have led throughout against Shenandoah. That's Crabtree with the ball to Strickland on the right wing. Strickland bounce pass inside to Stoner. Stoner off glass is hammered, and he'll go to the line for a couple of free throws.
Be interesting to see if Shenandoah adjusts and starts to try to front the post man, because that puts a lot more, and then if you're pressuring the passer and forcing him to throw an accurate ball when you front the guy in the post. That can make it much more difficult. Shenandoah hasn't done that yet.
Braxton Barnett guilty of his second foul. Stoner's free throw is front iron. One more coming for Cam Stoner. He has 4 points in the game and looking for 5 here at the free throw line. Second one, got it. Philo has pressed throughout. They keep it on here. Inbounds pass to Karsten Smith. Reverse to Hunter House. Back to Smith, looks for House again. House crosses the timeline, goes to the corner, and then the shot from 15 is not there by Braxton Barnett. Rebounded to Philo, and here come the Electrics. Malachi Strickland will shoot to 3 and bury it in transition.
Between him and Carter Crabtree, both of those guys are shooting the ball from the outside with confidence right now.
Stolen away, and then a run out by Strickland. He is hammered by Karsten Smith, and he'll go to the line for 2 more free throws.
Love the way Philo is sharing the ball, playing tough on defense, playing with pace when it's applicable, and getting easy looks just about every time down the floor.
Malachi Strickland has 7 points in the game. 1 of 2 from the free throw line and 2 triples. 2:55 to go. Buries the first one. 33-17. So Shenandoah had made a little bit of a run, and a timeout's called. So we're going to take an opportunity to run over our great sponsors: Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Stoney's RV Sales and Service, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, State Farm Allen Hunter, Surgeon Construction Wakefield Dental, State Farm Sioux Snowed, People's Bank Doan Ford WB Green Insurance, West 40 Auto Sales. Player of the game for Philo will be from Lock 9 Pizza. Player of the game from Shenandoah will be +1 Pizza. And scoreboards are brought to you by Bradley Lending Team. We're First Ohio Home Finance. So Todd, Shenandoah started to creep back, but a couple of 3 balls and a nice look inside for the Electrics had them back comfortably by 16.
Yeah, and I love the offensive game plan by Philo. So what they're doing, they started with Mason Runkle, and then Camden Stoner has also worked inside. So one of them has been in at all times for Philo. Just about every time they're giving those guys post touches. Shenandoah doesn't have the size or the ability to match up down inside. That's from there. Philo's doing a great job of moving the ball around, creating easy looks if the shot isn't there for the postman. So really good offensive game plan, and the players are executing it for Philo early in this one.
All right, so the situation is Malachi Strickland back to the free throw line, where he has just converted his first prior to the timeout at the 2:55 mark of the second quarter. Second one's good. Philo stays in the press. Inbounds pass to Wentworth. Ahead they go to Karsten Smith. He is doubled, gets help from Warhola, and then back to Wentworth for the 3 ball, in and out. Rebound on the floor, it belongs to Shenandoah. That's Braxton Barnett trying to, or I should say Hunter House, trying to get something going. Back over to Colton McElfresh. Inside look to Braxton Barnett, and it is rejected by Carter Crabtree. Nice block there. 2:30 to go second quarter. Inbounds pass will be from Hunter House for the Zeps. On top to Wentworth. He will drive inside. Kick over to Barnett, then back on top to McElfresh. McElfresh holds, picks up, and then goes over on top to Braxton Barnett. Barnett to the long shooting Smith, not there. Rebounded again on the floor. Jump ball, possession arrow will go to the Philo Electrics.
This Philo defense has been swarming. These guys are playing hard, they're playing connected, they're rotating, they're helping each other out, and as a result, they're forcing Shenandoah into tough looks most of the times down the floor, and it's paying off early in the first half here.
Slade Sprankle gets across the timeline with a speed dribble, goes to the corner for Crabtree. He'll shoot the 3, not there. Rebounded by Malachi Strickland. He will go inside and stolen away by Shenandoah. Ball knocked out of bounds. I believe it will stay with the Zeps.
if I'm Philo, again, when Stoner's in the game, I'm going inside to Stoner to begin every possession. Work the offense through him, and then same thing when Mason Runkle's in the game.
Double team out on top for House. And then the Zeps get it inside. And then the shot for three is in and out by House. Rebounded by the Electrics. And they take their time coming down the floor. Up 17, that's Slade Sprankle. He's played most of the game because Rusty Trout had 2 quick fouls. Inside to Stoner, easy layup for the Electrics. He has 7. It's 36-17. And back comes Shenandoah. They missed the layup. Rebounded by Carter Crabtree. Crabtree being hounded by Hunter House. Or I should say that's Sprankle now with the ball to the sideline. And then inside to Crabtree. Crabtree shot in and out. Rebounded by Stoner and in.
Shenandoah has no answer inside, both on the boards and when the ball gets worked out into the post.
Another steal by Philo. That one by Logan Lyon. And let's see, I think Coach Trout wants to play for one shot with 45 seconds to go. And what are we going to get? We're going to get a full timeout. So let's again go over our list of sponsors for this game. State Farm, Sioux Snowed, People's Bank, Doan Ford, WB Green Insurance, West 40 Auto Sales, Wakefield Dental, Surgeon Construction, State Farm, Allen Hunter, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Stoney's RV Sales and Service, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health, Lock 9 Pizza for the Philo player of the game, Plus One Pizza for the Shenandoah player of the game, and Bradley Lending Team with First Ohio Home Finance brings you the scoreboard. So, Todd, lots of trouble for Shenandoah. They just have, in this quarter, 8 points.
8 points, and so what's happening? I think there's a demoralizing element to it when you're constantly taking the ball out of the net. They're having trouble defensively stopping Philo, so that makes Shenandoah is a team that wants to get out and go. But if you're constantly taking the ball out of the net, it makes it much tougher to do that. You're not forcing turnovers. You're not getting long rebounds. So I think that's a one huge element that's helping Philo defensively is playing so well offensively. And then and Philo, like I said, they're really connected defensively right now, playing help defense, high energy and high effort. And so they're not giving Shenandoah the easy looks that Shenandoah is accustomed to.
Philo has scored 16 points here in the second quarter, 9 of them by Runkle and Stoner. Malachi Strickland now with the basketball, clock at 40 seconds to go. Philo coming out of the timeout. Looks like they're going to run into their slow down game. That's Strickland over to Lyon. Lyon holds back on top to Sprankle to Strickland. Ball tapped away, and we got all kinds of action. No foul, no travel, and now a steal by Shenandoah and a tap out of bounds by Sprankle. 15 seconds to go here in the second quarter.
You like that if you're Shenandoah. It looked like Philo was trying to hold for one shot. Shenandoah ramped up the pressure, was able to force a turnover. Now maybe Shenandoah can get this thing under 20 heading into the locker room.
Cooper Radcliffe's going to come in for the final 15 seconds and replace Malachi Strickland. On top are the Zeps. They will go to the corner for House, and he steps on the sideline. So Philo will have one more chance with the basketball, up 38-17. That's Cooper Radcliffe. Radcliffe goes to Sprankle in the corner, and inside to Stoner, and a travel call. With 1 second to go here in the first half, that will most likely end the second quarter of play. And a shot at the buzzer is not there. So at the halftime, the score is Philo 38 and Shenandoah 17. And we're going to send it back to the studio for a few minutes, and when we come back, we'll have some halftime numbers and some other kinds of notes and things like that. But we can tell you at the break, Philo up big, 38-17 over Shenandoah. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes with some halftime thoughts and comments. Stay with us. You're listening to high school basketball on KC 104.9. We'll be back.
From the Ohio News Network, this is the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Hoops. Now here's your host, Eric Reeser.
For the first time in about 10 years, high school postseason basketball will return to the Ohio State Fairgrounds in Columbus. The Ohio High School Athletic Association announced just before Thanksgiving that boys and girls district and regional tournaments will be played at the Taft Coliseum inside of the Ohio Expo Center. Tim Street's the Director of Media Relations for the OHSAA. He'll join me next to discuss the news. This is the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Hoops.
Ohio has over 920,000 diabetics. If you are a diabetic, take a step in the right direction by having your feet checked routinely by a podiatric physician, the most qualified doctors to care for your feet. Adding a podiatrist to your healthcare team can help you better manage the effects of diabetes on your feet. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
In Ohio, public education matters. And every day, Ohio's public school educators use their united voice to advocate for the supports and resources our public schools need so every child thrives. No exceptions. I'm Ohio Education Association President Scott DeMauro, and on behalf of our 120,000 members, OEA is proud to sponsor tonight's game. Because great public schools are a winning playbook for Ohio, and Ohio is stronger when we stand together to cheer for our students' success.
This is ONN.
I'm Eric Reeser. Tim Street is my guest. He's the Media Relations Director for the Ohio High School Athletic Association. The OHSAA just announced that boys and girls district and regional basketball tournaments will be played this upcoming February and March at the Taft Coliseum at the Ohio Expo Center and State Fairgrounds in Columbus. Tim says they're very excited to be back in the building that has housed postseason play at some point or another since 1923.
It was a long time coming, and it took a lot of work. We've been working on this for more than a year, and we never wanted to leave the Fairgrounds Coliseum. Back 10 years ago, there were some issues with their older court that wasn't playable anymore, and then about the same time, the Arnold Fitness Expo moved part of its setup into the Taft Coliseum. So we kind of got bumped out as to no decision on our own. So we were definitely looking to get back into the Coliseum. We've been working on it for a while. It was really more the decision of the fairgrounds. They knew we wanted to be back there, and want to give credit to Adam Heffron. He's the executive director for the fairgrounds. He also wanted basketball to be back at the Coliseum, and we've been working on it for a while now, and we're finally able to make the announcement. So it's really been a long time coming, and we're really excited to be back.
For those who don't know, the Taft Coliseum is a 5,000-seat arena that has hosted OHSAA basketball since about 1923. In 1958, the state tournament moved from the Coliseum to St. John Arena on the campus of The Ohio State University in Columbus. The Coliseum then hosted district and regional tournament contests from 1959 through 2014. The OHSAA says that venue has also hosted hockey in the past. I asked him if there are any current plans for other OHSAA sporting events to be held at the State Fairgrounds and Expo Center.
There's nothing on the list right now that we're looking to get back there, but I will say that, and folks, if they're there for the basketball tournament, they will see this. There are several new buildings that are being constructed right now on the campus of the fairgrounds, and one of those is a multi-purpose sports venue, and that's going to be pretty exciting when that opens. So you never know what could happen down the road, and especially with them building some new structures there. One of them is a sports-specific venue, so really excited about that. Having an arena that size host basketball is something we have not had in Central Ohio since we left the fairgrounds. So the biggest thing is to have district and regional basketball back in an arena. The Fairgrounds Coliseum seats 5,000 people. We're desperate for that kind of size, and really excited to have it back.
The OHSAA will begin girls basketball district tournaments on February 17th. Postseason basketball action will continue at the Taft Coliseum through mid-March. The state finals will be held at the UD Arena in Dayton, March 14th and 15th for the girls, 21st and the 22nd of March for the boys. My thanks to Tim Street. He's the Media Relations Director for the Ohio High School Athletic Association. For more information on the OHSAA, visit ohsaa.org. I'm Eric Reeser, and this has been the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Hoops.
Halftime at Philo High School in the power plant, where the Electrics up big 38-17 over the Shenandoah Zeps. After one quarter, Philo led 22-9 and then outscored Shenandoah 16-8 in the second quarter. So, Todd, everything Philo's doing tonight, touching the magic wand, I guess.
It has been. Have to give head coach Jason Trout so much credit. You've got a team that's 3-8 coming into this game. They've lost 5 straight. They were getting blown out in those 5 games. And Talon Preston isn't available to play once again. How do you get them to believe? How do you get them to buy in? How do you get them to play hard? It's one thing to play hard offensively. How do you do it defensively and on the boards? And be disciplined offensively to run the offense, create good looks every single time down. You're never going to make every shot, but what you want offensively is to be creating good looks on a consistent basis. They've really played well in all phases early in this game, and to me that speaks so much to the team culture created by Jason Trout and the veteran leadership on this team to bounce back from the tough losing streak and play so well in the first half like Philo has done.
Scoring-wise, first for Shenandoah, they were led by Jarrett Wentworth. Wentworth had 5, a double and a triple for his 5. A.J. Carpenter off the bench had a basket for 2. Braxton Barnett started, had a basket for 2. Karsten Smith, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He has 1. Hunter House had a triple for 3. Corbin Varhola off the bench, 1 of 2 free throw shooting. Colton McElfresh, also a starter, had 3 on a basket, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. For the Zeps, they were just 3 of 5 from the free throw line. For the Electrics, they were led by, no surprise here, Todd, Cam Stoner with 9 points, 4 field goals, 1 of 2 from the line. He had 9, and then right behind him, again, no surprise, Mason Runkle had 6 on 3 field goals, so 15 of your 38 points come from the interior for Philo.
And not just directly, but indirectly too. So how many times did they work it into those guys, then they pass it back out to a guy for a wide open 3 or cutting into the bucket for an easy layup. So Philo's offensive game plan has been outstanding. Take advantage of the size advantage they have over Shenandoah, work it inside, run the offense through the post. What is Shenandoah going to do? To be the story of the game coming into the second half has to be what Shenandoah is going to do defensively. If they can't stop, if they don't make any adjustments on defensively in the post, they're not going to get back in this game. So they have to make some sort of adjustment. I mentioned earlier in the game, potentially fronting the post man and pressuring the passer, and just creating a different look for Philo offensively. Try to create some tougher looks for Philo's offense. But Shenandoah absolutely has to make some sort of adjustment defensively in the post.
Besides the 9 from Stoner and the 6 from Runkle, the Electrics were also in the scoring column with Carter Crabtree, who had 2 trays in the first quarter. He had 6. Malachi Strickland, also an excellent first half. He had 9 points on 2 triples and 3 of 4 from the line for his 9. 4 points for Cooper Radcliffe on a basket, 2 of 2 from the stripe. Slade Sprankle off the bench, 1 field goal, 2 of 2. He had 4. Griffin Harper played, did not score. Logan Lyon played, did not score. And the big number for Philo, interesting to me, Rusty Trout had 2 very quick fouls and sat the entire first half. He is scoreless, and coming into this game, he's their leading scorer, so you got to think he's going to be really hungry here in this second half.
Of course, and that just speaks even more to what a team performance this has been. They're moving the ball around. Everyone's getting touches. Everyone's getting good looks, and just an outstanding up and down the roster, really outstanding first half for Philo. So to me, the challenge for Philo coming into the second half, guys, we've usually been on the other end of these games. We've been getting blown out. Are we going to be complacent, and are we going to let these guys back in it? Or are we going to try to step on them, put this thing out of the reach pretty quickly? That has to be the challenge. That had been the challenge in the locker room for the Philo players, and we're going to see how they respond coming out here.
The Electrics are going to start the lineup that they began the game with. That's Cooper Radcliffe, Malachi Strickland, Rusty Trout, Mason Runkle, and Carter Crabtree. For the Zeps, they'll go with their original starting lineup of Jarrett Wentworth, Braxton Barnett, Karsten Smith, Hunter House, and Colton McElfresh. Shenandoah will have the basketball to start the second half. It is 38-17. Philo in command here as we will begin the second half from the power plant at Philo High School. High school basketball on 104.9 WWKC. Inbounds pass to Jarrett Wentworth. Philo in the man-to-man. That's Rusty Trout on the ball. Wentworth gives over to the top, and then a look inside to Wentworth. He'll shoot from 8. Rebounded to Malachi Strickland. Strickland over to Rusty Trout. Trout across the timeline to Cooper Radcliffe. Radcliffe drives. Throws on top to Strickland. Strickland with the left-handed dribble, nearly loses it, but picks it up. And then goes to the high post for Runkle. Runkle back to Strickland. Strickland handoff to Radcliffe, back to Runkle at the high post to Radcliffe. He will go all the way to the basket, miss the layup, rebounded by Braxton Barnett of the Shenandoah Zeps. 7:15 to go third quarter. That's Karsten Smith being guarded by Cooper Radcliffe, a couple number 10s. Malachi Strickland ahead to Rusty Trout. Trout to Radcliffe. Radcliffe hammered. He'll go to the line as Karsten Smith, I think, is going to pick up the foul there and send the Electrics, who are 8 of 10 free throws shooting in the first half, to the line for Radcliffe.
So last possession, Radcliffe missed a layup. It was a great drive to the bucket, had an uncontested layup, just couldn't finish. And now aggressive again. Once again, he gets to the line.
He buries the free throw. He is 3 of 3 from the stripe in the game. Has 5 points, looking for 6 on the second try. Got it. Philo stays in the man pressure. Shenandoah against the double team, crosses the timeline. They're on the left wing. They will go on top to Hunter House. House will shoot the 3 ball. In and out, rebounded to Carter Crabtree, ahead to Cooper Radcliffe. Radcliffe will go up the floor to Runkle. Runkle off the dribble, and the power step and good basket for Runkle.
So yes, there's skill, there's execution going on, but there's also effort. Philo's just playing harder than Shenandoah is, and that's disappointing. You know, you go into the locker room down by 21, you don't come out and play harder than this. That's disappointing from Shenandoah's standpoint.
Karsten Smith misses the shot. Wentworth on the offensive rebound, and then tapped around and finally controlled by Radcliffe. Ahead to Strickland. Strickland will throw down the court, tapped out of bounds by Braxton Barnett. Philo will maintain possession, up 42-17, 6:08 to go here in the third quarter.
Look for Mason Runkle to get a post touch here.
And instead it'll go to Strickland, misses the shot, gets his own rebound, scores the basket, draws the foul.
If you'd never seen either of these two teams play, you wouldn't think that Philo was a team that got blown out in the last 5 games. These guys are playing hard, they believe, they're confident, and they're connected. Really impressive performance so far.
Colton McElfresh on the foul. Malachi Strickland will try to complete the 3-point play and does. 12 points for Malachi Strickland. Substitution for Shenandoah. Entering the lineup is Corbin Varhala for Colton McElfresh, and Philo maintains the pressure. Across the timeline with Barnett to Wentworth. And House will travel on the drive, and ball back to Philo.
Let's see if Varhala's presence for Shenandoah can pay some dividends defensively as it did a little bit in the first half. And hopefully create some stops, and maybe you get some transition points offensively out of that.
Malachi Strickland will run things at the top to Carter Crabtree to the high post and Runkle. Runkle goes over to Strickland. Strickland back to the corner for Trout. Trout takes the 3, in and out, rebounded off to Varhala. And Shenandoah in transition has the ball stolen away by Strickland, and then a kick. And I think a foul called. It's going to go against Shenandoah.
We'd love to have seen Rusty Trout work the ball inside. You can get that same exact look from on a corner 3 after you work it inside, but then you also give your postman a chance to make a move inside.
Philo back with the ball, up 45-17. And Cooper Radcliffe dribbles and holds over to Crabtree and then inside to Runkle. Runkle throws on top to Trout. Trout, left-handed dribble. He'll take the three, front iron. Rebounded to Shenandoah's Landon Moore, and a personal called on Philo.
Like you said, heading into the second half, Rusty Trout has been very aggressive offensively early in this third quarter, having had to sit most of the first half.
He's going to sit now as he just picked up his third foul. So Rusty Trout sits back down. Double team by Philo. Valhalla picks it up, goes to the glass, not there. Ball knocked out of bounds. It goes to, not sure yet. The officials kind of look at each other like, who's got it? I don't know, you take it. And they're going to give it to Shenandoah. That will be A.J. Carpenter who's checked in. Out on top to Karsten Smith. Smith being guarded by Radcliffe. Smith drives inside, and he is held by Sprankle. Should be 2 free throws coming for Karsten Smith. Nope, they're going to say on the floor for the Zeps. 4:52 to go, third quarter, 45-17 Philo. Carpenter will be the inbounder. He will go inside to Varhola. Varhola spin, shot up, missed, rebounded by Runkle. Ahead to Cooper Radcliffe. Radcliffe drives all the way to the other end, scores the layup.
Great post defense by Runkle to be the catalyst for that entire exchange there.
47-17, another steal and then a tie-up. And what are we going to get? I think we're going to get a timeout called, probably 30 seconds for the Philo Electrics. And, you know, we're at that point now, Todd, where Shenandoah, I think you're starting to just play for, hey, you know, let's just try to make some stuff happen, because it certainly hasn't been their way to this point.
It hasn't. If you had to pinpoint one area where you can see the difference between these two teams in this game, when Philo drives to the bucket, it's almost always uncontested for an easy layup. When Shenandoah drives to the bucket, there are 4 guys rotating in to stop the ball and either force the penetrator to pass the ball or into a tough look. And so I think that the effort and the connectivity of the defense for Philo versus what you're seeing for Shenandoah, that's a major difference tonight.
Philo has outscored Shenandoah 9-0 here in this third quarter. Philo will have on the floor Sprankle, Strickland, Radcliffe, Runkle, and Crabtree.
And especially without a shot clock, it's never a bad idea just to and it's such a big lead for Philo, it's never going to be a bad idea just to run some clock offensively until you get a great look every single time down.
Cooper Radcliffe with the basketball, crosses the timeline to the high post for Strickland. Strickland over to Sprankle, inside look to Runkle. Runkle will kick over to Crabtree. He'll shoot the three and bang it home.
And so good things happen in this game when Philo works in the post. Mason Runkle makes a great catch, then a great pass out to Carter Crabtree, who knocks it down. He's shooting with the ball with confidence.
Carpenter shoots the long shot, and he's fouled. He'll shoot 3 free throws as Strickland, or I should say Sprankle, on the foul. And 3 free throws coming for A.J. Carpenter for Shenandoah. 4:03 to go here in the third quarter. Shot rolls off on the free throw attempt. 2 more coming for A.J. Carpenter. Carpenter with a basket in the game. Second one, he's got it. Substitutions for Philo. Cam Stoner for Runkle. Logan Lyon for Malachi Strickland. And 1 more free throw coming for A.J. Carpenter. 50-18, Philo leads. Third one's good. Shenandoah in the man-to-man as Cooper Radcliffe crosses the timeline. Kicks over to the corner for Logan Lyon. Lyon back on top for Carter Crabtree to Slade Sprankle, who's played quite a bit here in this basketball game. To the corner, Crabtree for the 3 is going to be short. Rebounded off to Shenandoah. And here comes Landon Moore up the floor to Karsten Smith. Smith all the way to the basket, then dips inside, and a nifty move by Landon Moore for the basket.
Good ball movement there by Shenandoah. That's one of the few times tonight where they've gotten an easy layup without uncontested layup.
50-21, Philo leads, 3:20 to go, third quarter. Radcliffe with the basketball. Goes right to left, then back on top to Logan Lyon. Lyon with the left-handed dribble to Crabtree. Crabtree loses it, picks it up, swings over to Slade Sprankle. Sprankle will now run the offense for the Electrics. Crossover dribble, back on top to Lyon. He drives right, picks up the dribble, goes on top to Stoner. Stoner then over to Lyon. He'll shoot the three, in and out and in. Nearly a steal by Radcliffe, but instead he draws the personal foul, 53-21 in favor of Philo.
So impressed with the way not only have the big guys for Philo done a great job of making moves, creating easy looks for themselves and scoring in the post, but also hitting the open man as well. Really impressive passing by both of those guys.
Philo stays with the double team, up 53-21 with 2:37 to go here in the third quarter. Shenandoah has the ball knocked out of bounds by Philo, so they will maintain possession. That's Landon Moore. And they will go inside on a good look, and then a kick over to Moore, and he scores the basket off glass. 53-23, 30-point lead for the Electrics. That's Slade Sprankle, crosses over right to left, bounce pass to Stoner. He loses control, picked up by the Zeps. It's A.J. Carpenter, and a timeout for the Zeps. They're going to take a 30, so we'll keep it right here. So, Todd, your thoughts to this point, as it's a 30-point margin for the Electrics.
Just a really complete, dominating performance by Philo on both ends of the floor. If I'm Shenandoah right now, you see an NBA playoff series all the time where one game is a blowout, and at the end of the game, nothing happens that affects the outcome of that game, but a certain player gets hot or a certain scheme is discovered that may work, and then it pays dividends in the next game. And so if I'm Shenandoah right now, you've got 10 minutes and change left in this game. You're down by 30 points. But what can we find to build momentum off of heading into next game?
So with the basketball, with the Zeps, Philo stays in the press. It's a man press. They try to double half court, or at least they have to this point. Inbounds pass to Karsten Smith. Smith, he will be doubled at the three-quarter court mark. Carpenter tries to throw long to Varhola. Varhola tries to muscle his way inside, loses the basketball and steps on the baseline.
Impressive post defense there by Camden Stoner for Philo.
Ball back to the Electrics. Inbounds pass from Griffin Harper to Sprankle, back to Harper. Harper crosses the timeline. Right-handed dribble to the right wing, to the mid-post area to Stoner. Stoner up off glass, scores, nifty move.
The footwork there and the touch, and to go on to hit the reverse like that, that's really impressive by Stoner.
55-23, 1:30 to go here in the third quarter. Carpenter will shoot the three off the back iron, rebounded by Slade Sprankle. And Sprankle crosses the timeline with his dribble right to left. It's the high ball screen from Stoner. Goes to the right corner for Crabtree, out on top to Harper. Harper kicks, corner and Crabtree. Crabtree 3-4 dribbles, and then back on top for Logan Lyon. Clock at 1 minute to go here in the third. Lyon all the way to the basket, scores.
The offensive game plan has been so impressive for Philo. Work the ball in the post and or take it to the bucket as many times as possible.
Philo double teams at the half court. Varhola with the basketball, back to Karsten Smith. Smith a little dip inside to Moore, knocked away by Crabtree. Malachi Strickland will re-enter the lineup for Carter Crabtree. Karsten Smith will take a seat for Shenandoah, replaced by Jarrett Wentworth with 43 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Carpenter over to Garrett Stotsberry, who's checked in. to the high post, and then Stotsberry. Wentworth, long three, front iron, rebounded by Slade Sprankle. He will go all the way to the rack and be fouled. He'll go to the line.
It'll be interesting to see for those of you who missed it in the JV game for Philo. KJ Phillip was on fire, scored 27 points, was unstoppable inside and outside, and it looked like he tweaked his ankle late in that game. But it'd be interesting to see if Philo, if he feels okay, Philo tries to work him in to this game to kind of expand his role on the varsity.
Slade Sprankle buries the first free throw. He is 3 of 3 from the line, has 5 points in the game. One more coming for Sprankle. Second one on the way, it's good. Philo will back off the pressure. They will just pick up half court. A.J. Carpenter with the ball to the corner. Then a long shot for three is good. That's a big bomb by Garrett Stotsberry. Cam Stoner on the inbounds from Malachi Strickland. Strickland will now throw ahead with 6 seconds to go. Philo's got to get a shot off, and they throw it away. Ball back to the Zeps with less than a second to go here in the third quarter. Philo, after three, is going to be up big. So we'll take a break, come back for the fourth quarter. It's 59-26 Philo.
Surgeon Construction is leading the way in commercial and industrial construction. This is Jason Emsch, and we are committed to providing an exceptional construction experience from pre-construction through project completion. Our success is measured by exceeding our clients' expectations. See our past and previous projects at Cambridge YMCA and New Educational Center at Jurassic Park and FMJ Shooting Range, just to name a few. Find us online at surgeon.construction and like us on Facebook.
Surgeon Construction. We'll take it from here.
In today's marketplace, you have many choices for insurance. WB Green Insurance, a representative of Westfield Insurance, is committed to providing you with excellent coverage for your home and auto at a fair and competitive price. Westfield has been in the neighborhood for over 150 years, providing peace of mind and quality insurance products through independent insurance professionals. Sharing knowledge, building trust is Westfield's pledge to their customers. Call WB Green Insurance today.
1 quarter remaining from Philo High School, where the Electrics are in control, cruising big, 59-26 after 3 quarters of play. Philo will have the basketball. That's Rusty Trout, Malachi Strickland, Carter Crabtree, Mason Runkle, and one of the subs for the Electrics on the floor. We'll get that number here in just a second.
Looks like KJ Phillip, who we were just talking about.
Crabtree, long shot off the iron, no good. Rebound in for the Electrics. That's Cole Cash. Cole Cash on the basket as his first two, 61-26. And Shenandoah goes it out of bounds. Ball back to the Philo Electrics. And we have the running clock situation here with 7:25 to go in the fourth quarter. KJ Phillip will be the inbounder. In some little trouble, goes over to Cole Cash. Cash, double team, gets ahead to KJ Phillip. He crosses the timeline with the left-handed dribble. He is double teamed, kicks back to Cash. He'll shoot to three. It's going to be an air ball and sail out of bounds before Rusty Trout can save it.
Good to see KJ Phillip in. Lily, as the buzzer is sounding in the JV game, it looked like he tweaked his ankle and was limping a bit. And then glad to see he's physically able to play. Really impressive game in the JV game. See what he can do here.
Long shot for the Zeps, not there. Carter Crabtree on the rebound. Streaking ahead is Rusty Trout. Crosses the timeline, puts the shot up. Missed. Rebound off to the Zeps. And here comes Karsten Smith back the other way. Smith spin dribble, picks it up. Nice look inside to Wentworth. Can't get the shot to fall. Ball is loose on the floor, picked up by the Zeps, and then a tie-up, or it's going to be a personal foul, actually, so we'll go against the Electrics.
Talk about effort. You've got a 35-point lead at home in the fourth quarter, and you've still got guys diving on the floor for Philo. That's coaching, that's culture, that's leadership. That's really impressive.
Landon Moore guilty of the personal. He makes the steal off the inbounds pass, and he has it on top to Braxton Barnett to Karsten Smith. Smith will take the three and bury it. Good shot by Karsten Smith. He has 4 points. Pressed by Shenandoah, and a steal and a basket for Karsten Smith. Now Philo with Rusty Trout trying to bail his guys out. As Philo has a bunch of subs on the floor against the first team. Trout all the way to the basket, misses the shot. Picked up loose by the Zeps, Landon Moore. He crosses the timeline, loses the basketball. Malachi Strickland to Cole Cash, ahead to Rusty Trout. Trout will set things up, 5:10 to go here in the fourth quarter. And inside it will go to Runkle. He has it rejected by Wentworth, and he'll go to the line for a couple of free throws. Mason Runkle will step to the line where he has not shot a free throw yet. He has 8 points. First one on the way, in and out, and one more coming. Substitution for Shenandoah will be Hunter House, and he will replace Jarrett Wentworth. Wentworth sits down with 5 points. And the second free throw for Runkle is good. So he has 9. Hunter House with the basketball for Shenandoah Zeps. Karsten Smith drives to the right, pulls from 15, in and out, rebounded by Runkle. Runkle will throw long, stolen away by Karsten Smith. Smith to the top for the Zeps. Colton McElfresh, he misses the shot, rebounded, and then Smith will drive inside. He'll pull from 15, in and out, rebounded by Malachi Strickland to Rusty Trout. Trout, under 4 minutes to go, he'll go to the corner. Crabtree shoots the three, in and out, rebounded on the floor to Shenandoah. They will kick ahead to Karsten Smith. He will make a great pass inside and a layup by Landon Moore.
You know, you talk about leadership, and I know Shenandoah, this has been a tough one for them, but Karsten Smith is still playing hard, still making plays offensively and defensively for his team.
Gill's going to shoot, and bang! 3-point for KJ Phillip. Well, he's on the board, 65-33 as he does what he did in the JV game. That guy's just on fire today.
He's a scoring machine in the JV game and Philo's win.
Landon Moore drives baseline, little runner, not there. Rebounded by Carter Crabtree, ahead to Rusty Trout. Trout crosses over, goes to the inside, and then kicks to Cole Cash for the three. Bang!
One of those games for Philo, just a complete dominating performance offensively and defensively. Not just the starters, but the reserves have really been playing well also.
68-33, Karsten Smith up off glass, can't make the shot. Rebounded by Runkle, tied up by Karsten Smith. Then the shot blocked, but picked up loose by Karsten Smith. He has 7 here in the fourth quarter. Rusty Trout back the other way. He will go over to Carter Crabtree. Crabtree scores the layup. It is the open gym offense at this point. It's just running up and down the floor the guys are doing. 70-35, 2 minutes to go. And what are we going to get? I think we're going to get a timeout for Shenandoah at the 2:04 mark. And that's going to allow Coach Miley maybe to just, I guess, Todd, just a couple last things of advice for his guys. You're down 70-35 with 2:04 to go here in the fourth quarter. Lots of guys on the board for Philo scoring-wise in this game. And when we add it up, I think they're going to end up with probably 2, maybe 3 guys in double figures. Mm-hmm. Big scoring output for the Electrics as they lead 70-35, and the 30-second timeout over for Shenandoah.
You know, I thought at that timeout, that was Shenandoah's opportunity to empty the bench. They do have some subs in, but they've still also got Karsten Smith in the game. I'm somewhat surprised about that, given the lopsided score. But again, like I said earlier, maybe this is a time where they can work on something and create some confidence and some momentum going into their next game.
Well, Philo will have the inbound. Shenandoah is going to press, try and make something happen here in the waning 2 minutes of the basketball game. They have it with Cole Cash over to Rusty Trout. Under 2 minutes to go here in the game. Runkle to Crabtree. Crabtree holds. Picked up by Rusty Trout. Trout all the way inside, then kicks to KJ Phillip. To Runkle for the three. It's a little short. And then a personal foul called on Philo.
If Runkle had hit that three, I think the Philo bench would have gone bananas. You could tell those guys wanted him to hit that.
The place would be crazy.
And this has to feel so good if you're Philo. We've documented how the season has gone so far, 3-8 coming into this game. Lost five straight, all 5 blowout losses. And to come in and not only to get a win and get back on track, but to have a blowout of your own and play so well offensively and defensively, play so hard, play so connected. Such a great performance, and let's see if this can spur Philo on to a strong second half of the season.
And there's going to be another timeout on the floor, which gives us a chance to ID our sponsors. They are State Farm, Sioux Snow, People's Bank, Doan Ford, WB Green Insurance, West 40 Auto Sales, Wakefield Dental, Surgeon Construction, State Farm under Alan Hunter, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Stoney's RV Sales and Service, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions. Player of the game from Philo will be brought to you by Lock 9 Pizza. Player of the game from Shenandoah for +1 Pizza. And the scoreboard updates are brought to you by Bradley Lending Team with First Ohio Home Finance. And again, we want to remind you that following the game, we will have the awards for the player of the game from each team. And we journey now to the last minute of the basketball game. 70-35, Philo in well control. Stolen away by Cam Stoner. What are we going to get? Oh, a little layup for Stoner.
The bench wanted him to throw that one down to put an exclamation point on this one.
Yeah. Long shot by Carpenter, buries it. So A.J. Carpenter buries a three. 72-38 in favor of Philo. Rusty Trout gets the screen at midcourt. Looks like he's just going to hold. Goes to the high post for Stoner. Back to Crabtree. On top to Trout. Trout over to Stoner. He'll shoot the three. Back iron. Rebounded by the Zeps. With 15 seconds, there'll be a foul called, loose foul. And that's probably going to end the basketball game right there, as it's going to be a final of 72-38 unless Shenandoah makes a half-court shot. They do not. And the final score is 72-38 in favor of Philo. So we will take a break here. When we return, we'll have the final scoring, a couple of awards, and some other thoughts. So do stay with us. Final score again, 72-38, Philo over Shenandoah.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code AIRPORT25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code AIRPORT25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code AIRPORT25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Today is the day you make changes, the day you have looked forward to, the day you take a step to see the you before addiction. And it all starts right here at the residence, an in-bed facility that designs your recovery to your needs, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm Crystal Reynolds for Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions. Our approach is personal, and it is as individual as your needs. We are here for you. Call 855-692-7247.
Looking for reliable insurance that fits your life? Look no further than Allen Hunter State Farm in Cambridge, Ohio. From auto to home to life insurance, we offer a range of options tailored to your needs. With our friendly, knowledgeable team, you'll get the protection and peace of mind you deserve. We're dedicated to being there for you, just like a good neighbor should. Call Allen Hunter State Farm today and discover how we can help you safeguard your future. Call 740-439-5385. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Doan Ford is proud to introduce the ultimate adventure companion, the Bronco 4-door advanced 4x4 Badlands. With a powerful 2.3-liter EcoBoost engine and 7-speed manual transmission, conquer any terrain with confidence. Featuring a soft-top 4-inch lift and massive 35-inch tires. Adventure knows no bounds. Stay connected and in control with an 8-inch digital screen while enjoying added convenience with power-heated mirrors and auto high-beam headlamps. Plus equipped with a Smitty-built winch. Be prepared for any challenge. Don't miss out on this incredible deal. DoanFord.com.
Final score, Philo 72, Shenandoah 38. After one quarter of play, it was all Philo as the Electrics led 22-9. And then a 16-8 burst by the Electrics in the second quarter made it 38-17 at the break. Another big quarter in the third frame as the Electrics outscored Shenandoah 21-9. And then in the fourth quarter with a lot of subs on the floor, it was 13-12 scoring-wise for Philo, and that adds up to 72-38. So nice job by the Philo Electrics, Todd.
It was, and credit Jason Trout, head coach for Philo, with the outstanding game plan offensively and defensively. Offensively, from the very first possession, they said, we're going to work the ball inside. Mason Runkle was starting at center. They kept working the ball inside to him. He was either scoring or facilitating, and they proved that Shenandoah can't stop it. And then Camden Stoner comes in and picks up where Mason Runkle left off. So really great. And then because Shenandoah had so much trouble stopping those guys in the post, that created so many open looks on the outside for guys like Malachi Strickland, Carter Crabtree, Cooper Radcliffe, and those guys were able to shoot with confidence and knock them down. So such a great bounce back. You head into this game on a 5-game losing streak for Philo and coming in not only just get a win to get back on track, but get a blowout win, really create some confidence and some good feelings in that locker room. They needed that, and they got exactly what they wanted today.
Philo improves to 4-8 on the season. Shenandoah drops to 4-6. Let's take a look at the final scoring. First for Shenandoah, Jarrett Wentworth, a basket and a triple for 5. A.J. Carpenter had 1 double, 1 triple, 2 of 3 from the line for 7. Braxton Barnett had a basket for 2. Karsten Smith was the leading scorer for the Zeps. 2 twos, 1 3, 1 of 2 from the line for 8. Hunter House had a tray for 3. Landon Moore had 3 doubles for 6. Garrett Stottsberry had a tray for 3. Corbin Varhala was 1 of 2 from the line for 1. and Colton McElfresh had a basket, 1 of 1 on a three-point play for his 3 points. For the Philo Electrics, Slade Sprankle, 1 field goal, 4 of 4 from the line for 6. Cooper Radcliffe, 2 field goals, 4 of 4 from the line for 8. Griffin Harper played, did not score. Also off the bench, Logan Lyon, 1 double, 1 triple for 5. Cole Cash, same numbers, 1 double, 1 triple for 5. Malachi Strickland, 1-2, 2 threes, 5 of 6 from the stripe for 12. Game's leading scorer was Cam Stoner, 6 field goals, 1 of 2 for 13. KJ Phillip late had a triple for 3. Rusty Trout started, did not score. Mason Runkle, 4 field goals, 1 of 2 from the stripe for 9. Carter Crabtree, 1, 2, 3 threes. He had 11, adds up to 72, and 3 guys in doubles. And I guess at this point, Todd, it's time to talk about our players of the game.
Yeah, and for Philo, a lot of the guys played well. Again, this is a dominating team performance on both sides of the floor.
Yeah, there's some honorable mentions.
Of course. But to me, the guy that stood out the most was Mason Runkle, and that was because from the very first possession of this game, Philo was able to work the ball inside to him. He was either scoring or facilitating and really spotlighted Shenandoah's inability to stop Philo inside. And that everything else was built off of that by Philo. They were able to create some offense outside, driving the ball to the bucket, but it all started by working the ball inside and what Runkle did early in this game. And to me, that earned him player of the game from us.
Yeah, absolutely. He set the tone with that inside play. So great job by Mason Runkle. He will be the player of the game from Lock 9 Pizza. For Shenandoah, their leading scorer and probably their floor leader, Karsten Smith, played hard throughout the game. Had a tough night, but still managed to knock down 8 points. So Karsten Smith will be the player of the game for Shenandoah from +1 Pizza. We want to go over those sponsors one last time. That's Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Stoney's RV Sales and Service, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, State Farm Allen Hunter, Surgeon Construction, Wakefield Dental, West 40 Auto Sales, WB Green Insurance, Doan Ford, People's Bank, and State Farm Snowed. So Todd, Worley, thank you again for hanging around, making this game enjoyable to watch and broadcast. And it's been fun and an exciting game at times.
It has been. This was fun. And now, Shenandoah, I know the back half of their season, they've got a lot more home games, and those guys need to turn this around and kind of take a cue from what Philo did. Philo was in the midst of a losing streak, had gotten blown out 5 straight games in a row, and then bounced back with a performance like this. What can Shenandoah do in their next game to bounce back from this tough loss?
All right, that's going to do it. We're again Philo victorious, 72-38. Thanks to Jared on the camera, our man Bryce Haynes for doing all the tech work, Todd Worley, and myself. We certainly appreciate it, and we will talk to you down the road. Once again, Philo victorious. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you later.
High school basketball is a presentation of AVC Sports and KC 105, WWKC, Caldwell, Cambridge.